as I was saying, back to the question. Before we leave that particular question, I think
Yes.
it's important. We were discussing it the other day. You have somebody finds herself or himself in our kind of situation. You like
Mm.
somebody who is physically challenged,
Challenge.
and you want to get into it. What are those key advice that you will give to them?
Mm. Someone who wants to get in a relationship with another person who is physically challenged. Is it
Yeah,
physically challenged?
or whether
Any
physically challenged or any
other
form of
disability, right?
disability, as long as the person is an individual.
So I would say something that works for me that I feel any other person in that kind of situation should do is first, definitely is the person saved, right? Depending on your religion. Is the person does the person have a heart for God,
Mm,
right? Does the person possess attributes that you desire?
mhm.
So you're looking out for the attribute first. You're not even seeing that disability first, right? You're looking for the attributes. You're looking for the
That's
what do
more
they
or
call
less
those
dealing with
things?
the person
Dealing with the
first.
person before the disability,
Yeah.
because okay, this will help me say this. So we see the person before disability in such a way that instead of saying the blind man or the blind man, for example, we won't say the blind man. We would say a a man a
Living with
man living with
visual
visual
impairment.
impairment.
Yeah.
Not because we are trying to sugarcoat it, but we are trying to communicate the fact that we should see the person
The
first
person first.
before his impairment or before his disability.
Mhm,
So it will help you connect more to that person's heart
mhm.
rather than seeing disability and every other thing, every other good thing about that person, you just throw
Straight
it
away.
away.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I would advise that that person connect first with the person's heart,
Mhm,
know the kind of person he is. And another example, because my husband is physically challenged now, right?
mhm,
You would I connected more with his heart and his person. The person I had known for a few years, right?
mhm,
And the friend that I've gotten to
mhm,
relate with
mhm,
before I saw that disability. It's not like physically I won't see disability, but the connection was more to the heart
mhm.
than with the disability. So disability comes after that, and then you are able to know if it's something you can cope with.
Yes. Yes. I strongly agree. So just a person with a disability is like every other person, right? It's like every other individual. So when you are dealing or you want to get into a relationship with someone with a disability, you must first ask yourself who this person is. Is it the kind of person you want to relate with? Is it the kind of person you want to be with? To what extent has this person allowed the disability to bring the person down? So most times when you say I do at the altar, what you are saying is that I can live with the excesses of this person. I can grow with the excesses of this person. The same thing with persons with disability. Get to know them, get to know their disability, understand the situation before you make your decision. What we've seen in our society is that people get to judge persons with disability before you even get to know them. I'm not
Mm,
saying that everybody who has a disability is a saint. No.
yes.
What I'm trying to say is that you get to know them before you make your decision. I I've had instances where I've been judged based on my disability before they got to know me. And it's kind of funny because they started giving me attributes that they had seen with another person with disability. So this is the case, right? I can't blame persons with disability too. Some of them have gone through situations that has changed their personality to become bitter or to take up a form of defensive form in order not to be taken for granted, right? But that is
But
not
that's
even
not,
an
yeah,
excuse.
it's
It's
not.
not an excuse. Just like we all face challenges every day, we must also learn to not allow situations to change who we are, persons to change who we are. We are unique and we are built differently. So we must ensure that we compartmentalize our lives
Yes.
such that things don't change our personality,
Yes.
but we must learn to grow and become better people than we were yesterday. So I strongly agree. I strongly believe that you should first of all do your findings and
Yes.
make sure that the person you want to be with is who you want to be with. Nothing like no,
Irrespective of their disability.
irrespective.
Because you can't say because someone has a form of disability and the person is asking for a relationship and you know quite well that you can't
Cope.
you can't cope or
Mhm.
you can't you don't how do they put that word now, that you can't
Align
align, and you now accept just because, oh,
out of mercy or
out
out
of
of
mercy, out
pity.
of pity, or out of even pressure.
Pressure,
I didn't let
yes.
pressure. I waited for a while. I waited for the time that I could wait for, instead of just saying, "Oh, let me get into
Into it
this."
because I feel like I'm a superhero. No.
Because definitely, as well as we have good people, I mean, good, well-behaved people, persons with disability, we have persons with disability that are not well-behaved too,
Yeah.
or that have some things you can't cope with. So
Yeah.
you have to really weigh
Your
your
options.
options
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
All right.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Okay, the next question is, what did you consider before you said yes? Okay, I think you've answered that. You've
Yes.
answered that indirectly already. Did everyone accept you?
Did
Did everyone
everyone
accept
accept?
your decision?
Hmm.
Did everyone flow with you?
No, no, no. In fact, that answer is easy to say.
Mhm.
No, not everybody accepted my decision to go with somebody with disability. Not everybody.
And then what kept
Some
you
people.
going?
Well, I would say what kept me going was my convictions. My convictions. I had prayed, and I didn't have any doubt in my heart that
Mhm.
God wanted me to go ahead. There is no perfect, should I put it that way? There's no perfect relationship and marriage. We are the ones that work towards,
Together
yeah, to
to
make
make it
it
happen.
very good.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be sure that there were no what they call these things that are
Sentiment.
I didn't attach any sentiment. The time I needed to even talk. Sometimes we had serious talks, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say it takes a lot to be with a person with disability. So
Mm-hmm.
please be patient with me. I'm learning how to
Exactly.
understand you.
Exactly.
And I will mention again that I had to do a bit more research on his own kind of disability to
Mm-hmm.
understand the difference between his own and somebody who is
Maybe
um,
have a spinal cord
spinal
injury.
cord
Injury.
injury
Yeah.
and all that. And I was also visiting to see how he was um,
Going
coping,
about his
going
day-to-day
about his
activities
things
and
and
all.
coping in his environment to
Mm-hmm.
see if it's something I can actually live with. So I had to be very real with myself. I did not live in this fantasy world.
Yeah.
I went to his house, visited on a few occasions. Oh, this is how you do your things in the day. Oh, when you come back from work, this is how you do your things. And then we went out.
Yeah.
So I was able to also see the way he
Most.
moves around. I mean, we moved around, or let's say, put it that way. So I did my own due diligence to
Yeah.
an extent,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Have I answered your
Yeah. Yeah.
question?
You answered the question. There's a follow-up question to that, and
Okay.
that is, what would you say about how did you cope with stigma?
Hmm.
Of course, you saw the eyes, you
Yes,
saw the
yes,
treat, the different
yes,
treatments,
yes, I did.
and
Yes, I did.
how did you
So I
make it
won't
feel,
lie. I won't
and
lie.
how did you cope?
Hmm. Okay, so I think I will still hold on to the fact that what kept me going was my conviction, or were my convictions, because it's not just one conviction, right? What kept me going to the point that when people make comments or are you sure about this, or which is out of concern, I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate those
Concerns.
concerns. Like, are you sure? Think about it very well. Be sure of what you're doing. and all that. And some other people don't even say it out. They just act it out. Like they don't want to be around you, or there's this gesture, right? So I had to learn to stay with it because this is my own decision. This is my own choice. And I the convictions were louder than the
Things you saw
things I
around.
saw around. So
Mm.
somehow I don't even sometimes I had gotten to a point where I didn't even see anybody's
Reactions
reaction
anymore.
any longer, right?
Mm. Mm.
Because
Mm.
I had to stay with what I why I stood for it. I don't know if I
Beautiful, beautiful.
well.
But like you say, we are different individuals,
Mhm.
and my dad would say to me, it will be a fool who will think everybody will act the same way or behave the same way, and I think it is key for us to get those convictions so that when the storms come, you know what you are holding on to.
Exactly.
Because people will not understand you, people might not get why you do what you do, but being consistent and persistent, in the long run, they will get to understand that you know what you are doing.
Yes.
So I would really want the world to change. I would really want every person living with disability to be able to live a normal life, be who they want to be, go where they want to go, do what they need to
I
do.
drag him out a lot.
Okay, yes, that was another
Cinema,
part. So,
malls, gardens, parks. Drag him. I think the only place we've not visited is the beach. That's because
of the
maybe
modalities, we'll
modalities,
still
some
do
things.
that. We'll still do that.
I drag him out a lot
So,
because he likes staying indoors. Oh, yes, say it.
when you find yourself as a person with disability, and every time you go out, you have to deal with structures, you have to deal with one limitation or the other. Most importantly, even the restroom. Imagine going
Yeah.
to a restaurant and you get there, you eat, and then you want to do the other, and then you cannot do it. Of course, it's something that will scare you, and then you have to wait till you get home to get the next relatively accommodating restroom. Of course, you will want to be very careful.
Yeah.
You will not be free as you want to be.
Yes.
So I found myself in the space where my own rest house was the most convenient place. So I made it my fortress. So now meeting her, and I know that she really wants me to be out there, and it's also an aspect of acceptance too.
Yes.
She wants to go out with me. She wants to be everywhere with me. She wants me to show my face,
Just the
even
way I would
when
have done
with
if I was with someone without disability. Because
exactly,
I love going out. So there's no point having now depriving myself of hanging out if that's what I love doing.
doing
Just
yeah,
because I now have someone with a disability.
yeah,
No.
yeah, very true. But then at this point, we'll implore
Yes.
most people when you design your restaurants, you design your public spaces, please put into consideration persons
Persons
with
with disability.
disability, because you see, a happy life lives longer, right?
Yes.
A happy soul performs better, right?
Yes.
So we need to make sure that we create an environment for persons with disability.
Yes.
Like I always say, let's keep it inclusive. Let's create an inclusive environment for persons with disability. On that note, we'll be ending today's episode. I hope you enjoyed and you picked one or two from it. And we'll be looking forward to your comment, interactions, likes, your
Yes.
shares,
Shares.
your put on your
Notification
notifications,
bell. Yes.
because more exciting episodes will be coming up soon. Before that time, I will say ciao. See you next
Bye.
week.
Au revoir.
Oh wow.